So coming to trigonometry, the first topic which is about trigonometric ratios. So we already discussed, and today I am going to start another subtopic which is compound angles. What is the name of the topic? Compound angles, right? So let us see what is the definition of a compound angles. Generally, we denote angles with capital letters, isn't it? So suppose if A, B, C are the angles, then algebraic sum of these angles, I mean it may be A plus B, it may be A minus B, it may be B plus C, or it may be A plus B plus C, if not A plus B minus C. So finally, the algebraic sum of two or more angles, the algebraic sum of two or more angles is called compound angles. I mean A plus B, A minus B, B plus C, A plus B plus C, A plus B minus C, etc. are known as compound angles. Okay. Now let us see one important result. Let us see, is sine of A plus B is equals to sine A plus sine B or not? Okay, ma'am. So now we are going to learn about a very important result which is about sine of A plus B. See, some of the students, what they do, sine of A plus B nothing but they may think just like a ordinary multiplication. They may do like this, sine into A, sine A, plus sine into B, sine B. No, which is absolutely wrong. Okay, sine A doesn't mean that sine into A, isn't it? Sine A indicates what? It's a particular ratio, the ratio between opposite side and hypotenuse to a particular angle, which is denoted as a sine of that particular angle. It may be sine A, it may be sine B, it may be sine theta, etc. So now I just want to say that sine of A plus B is not at all equals to sine A plus sine B. How can we prove this? How can we prove? For example, let us consider angle A is equals to 60 degrees, angle B is equals to 30 degrees. Fine. Now let me want to find out sine of A plus B, which is nothing but sine of A, what we assumed, 60 degrees, plus B we assumed as 30 degrees. So finally, which is equals to sine 90 degrees. And do you remember what is the value of sine 90 degrees? Sine 90 is nothing but 1. Okay. Now also go for what is the value of sine A plus sine B. Fine. Sine, what we considered, capital A is nothing but angle A is nothing but 60 degrees, plus sine angle B is nothing but 30 degrees. Now let us see what are the values of sine 60 degrees and sine 30 degrees. So nothing but, my dear, sine 60 which is equals to root 3 by 2, whereas sine 30 which is equals to 1 by 2. So finally the LCM is 2, hence we get the value of sine A plus sine B, which is nothing but root 3 plus 1 by 2. So look at here, LHS, that is sine of A plus B value, we got it as 1. Whereas RHS, sine A plus sine B value, we got it as root 3 plus 1 whole divided by 2. So clearly I can say that LHS is not equals to RHS. Do you understand, ma? So that is what I am telling, that sine of A plus B is never be equals to sine A plus sine B, isn't it? Similarly, my dear, sine of A minus B is also not at all equals to sine A minus sine B. Even cos A plus B is also not at all equals to cos A plus cos B. Suppose if I replace with minus, then also it is not equals to cos A minus cos B. Then do you think that tan of A plus B is equals to tan A plus tan B? Isn't it, ma? Are you thinking that tan of A plus B is equal to tan A plus tan B? No, it is also not at all equal. Even tan of A minus B is also not equals to tan A minus tan B. So do you understand, my dear? So sin of A plus B, it doesn't mean that sin A plus sin B. So it is not at all a multiplication, this is. So a compound angles, ratios of, now what we are going to study is nothing but trigonometric ratios of compound angles. Earlier we just learned what is sin A, what is sin B, what is cos theta, what is tan theta, etc. etc. where single angle is involved, right? Now we are discussing about two or more angles, that too algebraic sum. So finally, what are the compound angles? So compound angles are nothing but algebraic sum of two or more angles, right? So A plus B is a compound angle, B minus C is a compound angle, A plus B plus C is also a compound angle, since it is the algebraic sum of two or more angles. Okay, fine. Finally, we know that, we learned that right now with an example. Similarly, my dear, all these proofs also you can go with some examples by considering angle A and angle B to the standard angles. Okay. Okay, so with this example, we finally conclude that sin of A plus B is not at all equals to sin A plus sin B. Similarly, sin of A minus B is also not at all equals to sin A minus sin B. Similarly, these results are also not at all equal. Okay, fine. Then, let us see what is the formula for sin of A plus B. What is the formula for sin of A minus B? And similarly, the formulas of cos of A plus B and cos of A minus B, etc. etc. So, this is what we are going to study now. Very, very important results. So, let us listen very carefully. Okay. So coming to the theorem number 1. So now we are going to derive the formulas of what is cos of A plus B and what is cos of A minus B. And please note that, my dear, A comma B are real numbers. So if capital A comma capital B belongs to capital R, I mean they are the real, then what is the formula for cos of A plus B? Cos of A plus B is equals to cos A into cos B minus sin A into sin B. And cos of A minus B is equals to cos A into cos B plus sin A into sin B. So let us see the proof of this. Okay. So for that, let me want to consider a unit circle. What I want to consider? A unit circle. You know the meaning of unit circle? Nothing but a circle whose radius is 1 unit. Okay, whose radius is 1 unit. So that's why this circle is considered as a unit circle. Fine. So let it be the origin. So this is the x-axis, positive x-axis, negative x-axis. Let it be O be the origin. O be the origin. Okay. Fine. So, also assume that P, Q and R, even S, these are the 4 more points on the circle. P, Q, R and S. Fine. Now join OP already joined, no? Join OQ, OR and even OS. Fine, my dear. So let us assume that this angle, I mean angle QOP is equals to, say capital A, angle A, and angle QOR, assume it as a capital B, and coming to this angle, angle POS. Angle POS is equals to, is equal to, because of negative direction, no, say some minus B. Say some minus B. Right? So let us see once again the diagram explanation. Consider a unit circle. So unit circle is nothing but whose radius is 1 unit. Now O is the center, origin, center of the circle as well as origin also. And S is a point on the circle. Hence OS, the line joining of center to the any point on the circle, is considered as a radius. Because of radius is 1 unit, now OS is equals to 1 unit, OP is equals to 1 unit, OQ is equals to 1 unit, even OR is also 1 unit. Let the terminal sides of angle A plus B, comma minus B in the standard position, they cut the circle at Q, comma R, comma S. These are the terminal sides, isn't it? So Q, comma R, comma S, they cut the circle at Q, comma R, comma S respectively. Fine. Let OX cuts the circle at P. OX is nothing but positive direction of the x-axis, no? Which cuts the circle at P. Fine. Now can you say about what are the coordinates of P? Coordinates of P. This length is nothing but 1 unit, no? OP is the radius, 1 unit. And 1, comma. On x-axis, P is on x-axis. Hence its coordinates are, y coordinate is 0. So 1, comma 0. Isn't it? OP is nothing but 1 and P is on x-axis. So any point on x-axis whose y coordinate is 0. So therefore coordinates of P is nothing but 1, comma 0. Similarly, I want what are the coordinates of Q as well as R. Okay. So now let us discuss about coordinates of Q. So please draw the perpendicular from Q. Can be extended like this. For example, see that which meets the perpendicular which is drawn from Q to the x-axis, which meets at, assume it as a T, capital T. So please listen this carefully. This concept is most important. Now from triangle, which triangle? QOT triangle. QOT triangle. Now I want cos A. What is cos A? Angle A, this is no. Cos A is nothing but adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent by hypotenuse. That is OT by hypotenuse is nothing but OQ. Fine, ma? What is the OQ? OQ is nothing but, so please mention here somewhere, that is what? Since OP which is equals to OQ which is equals to OR and moreover OS, all these are radii. So which are all are equals to 1 unit only because of a unit circle. Right. Now from this cos A is equals to OT by OQ is nothing but now 1 unit, no? 1. And so from this OT is equals to, I can write it as cos A. Fine, ma? And similarly write the ratio of sin A. Sin A opposite by hypotenuse. What is opposite is, once again, QT is the opposite one for this angle A, and hypotenuse is once again OQ, isn't it? And from this sin A is equals to QT by 1, and finally QT is equals to sin A. QT is equals to sin A and OT is equals to cos A. Because why I am talking about this, I want now coordinates of capital Q. So coordinates of capital Q means x coordinate and y coordinate. X coordinate is nothing but actually OT, and y coordinate is nothing but QT, isn't it? Now I got it. What is OT is nothing but cos A, comma, and QT is nothing but sin A, right? So therefore I got the coordinates of point Q, which are cos A, comma, sin A. Be careful, it is very easy. The thing is just you need to pay a little bit attention. Okay, my dear. Then next I want the coordinates of capital R. Just look at the capital R. R makes an angle with origin. I mean with x-axis is nothing but what? Up to here the angle is capital A, and moreover from here to here the angle is capital B, and so entire this segment angle is nothing but combination of these two, that is A plus B. So in the same process, just I can replace cos. Earlier angle is A, that's why cos A. Now the angle is A plus B, together A plus B. Hence this is cos of A plus B, comma, sine of A plus B. So these are the x and y coordinates of the point R. Okay. Similarly, I want S coordinates also. So for S, coming to this portion now, what is the angle is? Minus B, no? So replace within the angle A, now angle is minus B. Hence these coordinates are nothing but cos of minus B, comma, and sine of minus B. Do you remember what is cos of minus theta? Cos of minus theta is nothing but cos theta, hence which is cos B, and this is minus sine B. Sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. So these are the coordinates of S. So this is very important, my dear, until here. The coordinates of P 1, 0, and similarly Q, R and S. So this is the first portion, right? Now let us see here. This point is very important, which is the key step. What about angle POR? So angle POR is nothing but A plus B, no? So angle POR is equals to A plus B, and which is also equals to QOS, QOS, because this part angle is A and this part angle is B. Leave it about the sign, because of direction, the angle of rotation, it may be negative, but numerically when you add these things, then also you are going to get A plus B, isn't it? Suppose the 30 and 60, for example, minus 60. So leave it about the sign. The sign indicates only for us about the direction. So finally 60 plus 30, which is 90. Similarly 60 plus 30, which is also 90. So that is what I am telling you now. Angle POR is equals to angle QOS. Both are equals to A plus B. Numerically they are equal. Then their corresponding sides, what I can say that one is QS and this side is nothing but PR. Hence I can write that PR is equals to QS. PR is equals to QS. Also go for squaring on both sides, because PR is nothing but the distance between P and R, and QS is also nothing but the distance between Q and S. Hence go for squaring on both sides. Then PR square is equals to QS square. Okay. So now listen carefully. So see here what the condition we got finally. PR whole square is equals to QS whole square. So let us go for distance between 2 point formula. Under root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. Anyhow, because of squaring, root gets cancelled. Hence let us apply the formula for P and R. P and R. x2 minus x1, which is cos of A plus B minus 1 whole square, isn't it, ma? x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, which is sine of A plus B minus 0 entirely whole square, and which is equals to Q and S. Q and S. So now tell me cos A minus cos B. x1 minus x2 or x2 minus x1, it doesn't matter. Cos A minus cos B entirely whole square. Fine. What we completed? Just x1 minus x2 whole square we completed. Fine. Plus Q and S, no? So see y coordinates sin A and minus of sin B. So sin A minus of minus is nothing but plus sin A plus sin B whole square, right? So I just applied distance between 2 points formula. Now the thing is, simplification is very important point here. It is also very easy. Just go with a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. This is a minus b whole square, no? A square cos square a plus b minus 2ab minus 2 into cos of a plus b plus b square, which is 1. And there is only one term, and square of it is nothing but sine square of a plus b. Now coming to here, a square plus b square minus 2ab, 2 cos a cos b, and this is a plus b whole square, no? That is a square sine square a, b square is sine square b, plus 2ab, 2 sine a into sine b. Okay, ma? So listen this carefully. What is this? It's like just like cos square theta plus sine square theta, isn't it? So angle is same. That's why it's a standard identity, which is 1, and minus 2 cos a cos of a plus b plus 1. Do you understand? I just use the standard identity. I just want to use the standard identity, that is cos square theta plus sine square theta, which is equals to 1. Right. Even here also cos square a plus sine square a, which is 1. And even cos square b plus sine square b, which is also 1. And what left moreover? Minus 2 cos a into cos b plus 2 sin a into sin b. This is what left. Now 1 plus 1, 2, isn't it? Minus 2 cos of a plus b, and please bring this 2 also this side, that is minus 2, which is equals to, I want to take minus 2 common. From these two, minus 2 common, that is cos a into cos b minus sin a into sin b. Okay, so now plus 2 minus 2 cancel. What is there with us? Minus 2 into cos of a plus b is equals to minus 2 into cos a into cos b minus sin a into sin b. Okay, so minus 2 also cancel. Therefore, we got formula for cos of a plus b. So tell me, what is cos of a plus b? Cos of a plus b is equals to cos a into cos b minus sin a into sin b. Okay, ma? So which is the formula for cos of a plus b? See how simple. Now, how can we prove the second part? Second formula. That is very easy. Using this, now we can derive all others. Just you do one thing. Put b is equals to minus b. Just you replace minus b in the place of b. Now see the magic. Cos of a. Now b is nothing but minus b, no? So minus b, which is equals to cos a into cos of minus b. So just I need to replace minus b in the place of b. Minus sin a into sin b. Fine. Right. Therefore, cos of a minus b is equals to cos a into, it's just like cos of minus theta, which is cos theta, no? So cos b. Here it should be minus b, no? Okay. Now this part you discuss. Sin of minus b is nothing but minus sin b, and minus of minus plus. So sin a into sin b. So second formula is very easy. Just simply within a step we derived. Just by replacing b is equals to minus b. Now can you tell me what are the formulas of cos of a plus b and cos of a minus b? So therefore the formula of cos of a plus b is nothing but cos A into cos B minus sin A into sin B, and cos of A minus B is nothing but cos A into cos B plus sin A into sin B. You need to observe, just technically you can remember, just remember the 2 points. If it is cos, then first two cos and the next two terms are in terms of sine. This is the first point you need to observe. First two terms are cos, next two terms are sine, even here also, isn't it? And one more point you need to remember, that if it is plus, isn't it, then we get minus, and if it is minus, then we get plus, because these techniques will help us to remember easily, and moreover we can avoid the confusion also. Okay. So coming to theorem number 2. If A comma B belongs to capital R, then the formula of sin of A plus B is equals to sin A into cos B plus cos A into sin B. And sin of A minus B is equals to sin A into cos B minus cos A into sin B. So let us concentrate on this proof. Very simple, and we are using the previous results only. So using these two results, now we can also prove it, the formulas of sin of A plus B and sin of A minus B. So coming to first part, that is we want sin of A plus B. Right, ma? So my dear, sin of A plus B, look at this technique now. Can I write it as a 90 minus of A plus B? Cos of 90 minus of A plus B, because sin theta we can write it as cos of 90 minus theta, isn't it? Because of 90, cos changes into sin, and 90 minus theta first quadrant, all are positive. The same technique I used here, and here in the place of theta we have A plus B, right? Okay, and this is just I want to rearrange like this. Cos of, actually what we get 90 and multiply with minus A and minus B, isn't it? So for the first two, I just want to keep a bracket. Now you know this is like cos of A minus B, isn't it? Cos A minus B. So use the formula of cos of A minus B. What is the formula? Cos A. A means 90 minus A, isn't it? Here the angle A is nothing but this is cos A into cos B. Cos B is as usual, and plus angle B is nothing but A minus B. Okay, cos A into cos B, plus what about sin A? Sin A is nothing but 90 minus A into sin B. B is B itself, don't write in the place of B as minus B here. Do you understand? So look at this technique. A plus B, I want to write it as cos of sin of A plus B as cos of 90 minus of A plus B, because of this result. And this is a small adjustment, that's it. When I am multiplying with minus, this becomes now minus A and minus B. I just want to consider first two as a single part, as a unit. Now this is in the form of cos of A minus B. Then formula cos A into cos B plus sin A into sin B. Now can you tell me what is this? Because of 90, cos changes into sin. And first quadrant, this is 90 minus theta first quadrant. Anyhow, positive. So this is sin A into cos B. Sin A into cos B plus, once again because of 90, sin changes into cos A. Okay, because of again first quadrant, anyhow positive. Cos A into sin B, which is the formula of what we considered actually first beginning, A plus B. Hence, therefore, sin of A plus B is nothing but sin A into cos B plus cos A into sin B. So now to prove the second condition, the same technique what we did earlier, just replacing B with minus B. So now sin of A plus in the place of b, we need to write minus b. In the place of b, we need to write minus b. So apply the same technique here also. Sin a into cos b is nothing but minus, no? So minus b plus cos a into sine of minus b. And therefore this is sine of a plus into minus b, which is equals to sine a, and cos of minus theta is positive anyhow, so this is cos b, and coming to here cos a, and sine of minus b is minus, no? Minus into plus is minus, and which is sine b. So therefore a formula for sine of a minus b is nothing but sine a into cos b minus cos a into sine b. So shortcut, a easy way to remember, when it is sine of a plus b or sine of a minus b, remember that first one, if it is plus, sine is again plus. If it is minus, sine also minus. But in terms of sine cos, when it is plus, we get minus. When it is minus, we get plus. Right, ma? And next thing is, here first two are cos and next two are sine. But coming to, in case of sine of a plus b and sine of a minus b, we get a combination of sine into cos, cos into sine. These are the 2 points you need to remember. Right, my dear? Just recall what we discussed. So today we discussed especially about compound angles. So when can we say that angles are as a compound angles? Nothing but their algebraic sum. So algebraic sum of two or more angles is known as compound angle. So here in this chapter we are going to derive the formulas of sine of a plus b, sine of a minus b, cos of a plus b, cos of a minus b. Similarly tan of a plus b, tan of a minus b, etc. etc. In this video we discussed already 4 formulas. Try to recall. Formula number 1, cos of a plus b. Formula number 2, cos of a minus b. Formula number 3, sine of a plus b. And number 4, which is sine of a minus b. So most important formulas with proof we discussed here now. Okay, ma? So hope you all understand about this concept, and tomorrow we can continue with the rest of them. That is especially tan of a plus b, tan of a minus b, even cot of a plus b, cot of a minus b, and remaining also. Okay. Hope you all are enjoyed the class. Thank you. Thank you for watching this.